I went through a lot of hard times in my life. I couldn't seem to find any hope, so I ran to drugs, and I just kind of gave up on the whole religion thing. So when I found out I was pregnant, it was really hard for me to understand, like, okay, what to do now, because I have a whole entire other life I have to worry about. You know, I can't be doing drugs, I can't be, you know, shooting up heroin, I can't be smoking, I can't be doing any of that. I felt alone because, you know, all of my friends were my druggy friends, all my friends were the people who were my bad influences. Everyone around me was telling me, like, just get an abortion, it only takes like 3 hours or so and you'll be on your feet in like no time and you'll be fine. I found this random bus, this random blue bus, and I remember walking up and they opened the doors at, like, someone stepped outside and they were like, hey, like, how are you? And my first ultrasound really hit me like a train. It was crazy because I don't think it had set in yet for me until I saw it, and I was like, how can people abort this? Like, how can someone, you know, take this life? It just made it really real for me. This is not just, you know, a fetus, this is a baby.
I see so much of myself in you and just how much I relate to you, but how proud I am of you.
I'm just so thankful to have like a family supportive feeling at this place. It's so cool. You have a whole family behind you. Even if you've only known them for like 5 months, it's like, it's crazy. I felt like I had to crawl to God. Like I was so weak and I just had to, you know, fight to get there. I went up to the altar and they were like, the preacher had talked about how we feel like our small mistakes or mistakes like define us. He said, only God can create your identity, and I began to think about that and I was like, how can he love a person who's broken and has made all these mistakes and has a kid on the way and she's not even 18? How can he love an old drug addict? I went up there and someone told me that they had a word from God for me, and they said, like, your broken pieces do not define you. Your broken pieces are going to create an abstract masterpiece. And I was like, okay, God, all right, I'll give you a chance. The moment I started seeing myself through God's eyes is the moment I started loving myself for who I really was, despite my mistakes and despite my past. And it was pretty great because now I'm a completely different person than I used to be, and I like it. I like myself a lot more now. My calling is actually to be a worship leader, and it has been for so long, and no matter how much I run away from it, it always seems to come right back and meet me where I'm at, and I'm like, okay, all right, maybe this is something I want to do with my life. I thought I lost my calling and that, you know, he moved on and didn't want to use me, but it's like crazy to see how he's picking up, and it's making me so happy. Like, I could honestly cry right now. I don't know if it's just the hormones or not. I can't even talk, okay.
Unconditional love, take my heart, pick me up and set me apart. I have been broken, make me new. I want to live